Are you searching for a cut crease tutorial for hooded eyes that actually shows you how to do a cut crease for your challenging hooded eyes like mine? Well, if that's the case, then you're in the right place, because in today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you how to get this look with Jaclyn Hill's Bling Boss palette and teaching you a really awesome trick that will change your life for cut creases if you have hooded eyes. If you wanna see how to do it, then go ahead and stick with me and I'll show it to you right now. Well, hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here for a bit, if you are new, I'm super glad that you are here today. My name is Lauren, and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can't. My hope today is that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every single Friday. And I'm also gonna ask that if you are super excited to learn how to do a cut crease for hooded eyes, that you would smash that thumbs up button because it helps me out so very much. With that said, let's go ahead and get into today's tutorial, which is this beautiful eye look, but for hooded eyes. I don't know about you, but cut creases seriously are such a challenge for me, and to be honest with you, up until this year, I really didn't even attempt them because every time I did, it was a hot mess. Well, after researching a little bit on YouTube, I found a really cool way from some other awesome makeup artists on how to do a cut crease for hooded eyes, and I want to show you how to do that today. And of course, if you've been following these makeup looks, which I'll link the other ones above for you, this is actually the third makeup look that came from an Instagram and Facebook post I did a few weeks ago where I had 4 different makeup looks and said, y'all choose what you want to see on my channel. And so there was lots of voting and we had a main winner, but because you guys asked to see all of them, that's what we are doing. So this is the third look in that series of photos, and I hope you guys enjoy it so much. Let's go ahead and roll into the tutorial, and keep in mind, it's only going to be mainly focused on those eyes, but I will always show you everything that I used, and it's all listed for you in the description box. Let's get after it. All right, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. I am amped to show you guys how to do this cut crease with the Bling Boss palette. So we're gonna take color 1 and we're going to take a nice big fluffy crease brush and put it all up in that transition. As you guys know, my transition space on my face is a little different, or on my eyes, a little different than most people because I have hooded eyes. So I go a little higher and I fake it. And so then what we're gonna do is actually put color 2 right on top of that. And I used a smaller crease brush for this, and as you can see, even though it's sped up real nice and fast, I'm digging hardcore into that like bony area in between your eyeball and your like socket joint. Basically, I'm digging hardcore in there just to make that color super duper precise on that space on my eye. And that's what I'm gonna do to make sure that it is ready for me to show you how to do the cut crease. And so now you're gonna hear me talk and show you how to do it. All right, so before we go on to the actual cut crease part of this look, I wanted to show you guys this trick if you have hooded eyes to make a cut crease super duper simple for you. And I had found this trick on YouTube about 3 or 4 months ago, and maybe even a little bit longer, and I shared it with my Reformed Tomboy Beauty group on the Facebook platform that I have, which is a private community, and I did a makeup look with them one night and taught them some cut creases and showed them that I had found this technique, because I don't know if you have hooded eyes, if you're like me, it's such a challenge to try and do a cut crease because you just don't have as much lid space. So hopefully this helps you out, and I wanted to kind of talk you through this process so that you could follow along if you are in fact doing this makeup look with me. So what we're gonna do is take a normal concealer like what we would use to put on the actual lids to actually give you that, you know, that white space to put on your other color. And here is the easiest trick in the world if you have hooded eyes. So I just used the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is just one of the concealers that I have that I use all the time if I do this look. So any concealer will work, doesn't matter which one you have, you just need a concealer. So go ahead, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna touch the concealer to your actual lid, right? So we're gonna bring it all the way over. And you do not have to be at all precise about this, and I'm gonna show you why here in about 2 seconds. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna open our eye, and we're gonna look right, and we're gonna look left, and just kind of look around. And as you can see, this has transferred up to the top of my lid. So what this means is that this is the natural part where that eyeshadow is going to transfer anyway, and this is an exact line on where my cut crease needs to be so that it looks even, and I don't have to try very hard since my eyes are hooded. So let me show you how I fill it in. So I'm just going to add a little bit more here. And then I'm gonna do the same thing again because I just wanna make sure I go all the way out. And with this look, you guys can see that I'm actually doing this look a little bit different. The original version of this, she has a little bit more of I guess it would be a cut outward, and I'm not doing that. I don't really like that look too much on my eyes. I just like it a little bit more basic. So then what you wanna do is take a flat, stiff brush. I'm actually gonna use a concealer brush. I know it's kind of crazy, and I may go back and use this small shader one, which is for eyes as well. The one from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brushes that I have, I love, but it's a little big for this for when you're doing a cut crease, at least for my hooded eyes. It might work really well for you if you already have this and you have a lot of lid space, but I don't. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually just gonna take the small shader one, and I'm going to just dab that concealer in, and you guys see how perfect that line is? Like, I don't need to do anything to it. I just need to push the concealer down on the other spots that are just kind of patchy. And then what you can do is, I just have this little beauty blender sponge. It actually is a beauty blender sponge. And I'm just gonna take, let me take a different powder. We'll just use this like sample that I have of Cover FX. It doesn't matter, you just need a setting powder. So we're just gonna take a little bit of setting powder and pour it onto the lid, of course. Dab it. This is not wet. It probably should be, but I forgot to wet it. So we're just gonna roll with it. And I'm just gonna dab that on, give it a little dab. So we set that concealer. And voila, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye, and then we'll go ahead and put on that third color. You have to let me know in the comments if this helps you out or if this is revolutional or life-changing, especially if you have hooded eyes. Give me some love down there. Tell me what you think of this trick. All right, seriously, sister, are you incredibly amazed right now at how easy this technique is for a cut crease if you have hooded eyes? Honestly, I was so blown away, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, I've been so intimidated by doing a cut crease. They're just not easy, and especially if you have hooded eyes, but this literally made me so thankful for my challenging hooded eyes. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think, and let's go ahead and move on to color number 3, which is our nice shimmery color that we are now going to place just in that concealed area. So this is actually what really gives you that cut crease color. So you will only put it on the actual area where you can see the concealer, and this is what makes the look stand out. So we'll do that with a flat shader brush on both eyes. And now all we're gonna do is take color number 2 that we used earlier and just define out that crease. So really dig back into that socket area, and this will help define it out a little bit and give you more of a deepness for your color. Oh hey, look girl, I got all my makeup on. So of course now I am showing you very fast all of the colors that I used for this entire look. So if you want more info, you can click on the links down in the description box, and I will give you every bit of that so you can replicate this look to a T. Let's go ahead and move on to color 1, which we're gonna use a pencil brush for, and we're gonna put this on our lower lash line. I go a little sloppy and then I just blend it out. The key here is just to make it nice and soft, no harshness, and that's all you want to do. All right, so now what we're gonna do is go ahead and highlight our inner corner. This is one of my favorite parts of makeup, y'all. Like, even if you don't do a lot of makeup, try putting some highlighter on your inner corner. This will absolutely change your life and make you look more awake when you're really tired and have days that you just don't feel like doing a whole lot. Just try it. And of course, we wanna highlight that brow bone. It also brings a little bit more pizzazz to the look. So this is the same highlighter on the brow bone, and I'm gonna set my face. And P.S., I don't know the color of that highlighter. As I've mentioned in plenty of makeup videos, I totally lost the packaging, so I'm sorry, but any highlighter you have that you love will do. Let's go ahead and do some winged liner. As I mentioned in my last makeup video, I am on a winged liner kick again. It was like something clicked, and I remembered how well I could do winged eyeliner for my hooded eyes, so that is exactly what I'm doing. And I might need to do an updated video for you guys on that, so if you want to see that, let me know down in the comments and I'll show you how I'm doing it these days. It's just an old trick that I totally forgot that I used to do. All right, so let's move on to curling those lashes and some mascara, and we are just about finished with this look. So L'Oreal Telescopic, as you know, I'm a huge fan of this. If you missed my video on the must-have drugstore makeup series on why I love this mascara, I will totally link it for you above in the eye. You can go check it out. I don't use false lashes. I feel like this mascara does a fan-freaking-tastic job of making my lashes look pretty stellar. So that is why I use that. And I think that is about it on that mascara. And we are done. So let me give you guys a side profile here. Look at that cut crease. Isn't it amazing? Okay, so I hope that really helped you guys out and you learned a really cool way to try a cut crease for your hooded eyes. I don't know if you've tried this before, but if you haven't, well, let me say this. When I first tried it, I was freaking giddy because I was like, oh my gosh, it's so perfect. And I didn't have to like sit and erase and try again and pull off all the makeup and start over, because that's literally how cut creases went before. So my question for you today is, did you find this cut crease tip helpful? And if you attempt it, please tag me on social media. I would so love to see what you create, of course, as always. All right, guys, so I think that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me here. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that now. And of course, link up with me on social media. I love to connect with you there. And if you want to join my Facebook community, we would so love to have you. This is a great place for you to connect with other girls just like you and me, where we talk makeup, we talk hair, we share things we love about makeup, things we hate, and then once a month, I actually go live in that group for my show called Contour and Converse, where I create a live makeup look with you guys in real time, and it's a great way for us to get to see what's going on in each other's lives and just to kind of vacate from the rest of the world for an evening. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and click on the description box and join us so you don't miss out on the next episode of Contour and Converse. And so I think that officially makes this video a wrap. So I will see you in my next video. #ReformTomboy Family. See you next time.